Oh, we're here, and there's no drone opening.
We were waiting.
It was exciting. We wanted to see it. Maybe there'll be a drone closure.
Oh, that would be nice, Scott.
Well, I guess that's a rude way to start. Good people who are watching, welcome to this edition of Missoula Live. I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television.
And I'm Kim Anderson. I'm on the board of MCAT, and I'm also the Director of Programs and Grants for Humanities Montana. And I am still battling this cough, so if I start hacking in the middle of this, I'm very, very sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm not
because
contagious.
That was 2
I'm
weeks
just
ago.
Annoying. Yeah.
That puts you in good company, I think. Well, I only have a little of MCAT business to share with the dear viewers, and especially the animation is still going on every Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. down here at MCAT 500 North Higgins Avenue. It's $10 for 4 hours of time, and it's suggested that the kids you bring are between 9 and 13 years of age, and probably related to you.
No, just random children, yes.
And what they will do in this time is work with stop animation. We also have a virtual reality setup the kids could try out, and they can use this studio and the animation workroom. And some kids have been doing stuff with dry erase. You know, like making lines, taking a picture, making lines. It's kind of cute. So that goes on all the way up until, but not including, Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
And the other news item from MCAT's perspective is that our summer camp registration is open. So if people go to MCAT.org, I think the initial splash page is showing.
It is,
Scott, is that Colin? It is.
Yes.
So that's Colin, and then next to him is Neil.
Oh,
and
this is
a file photo. So that's two fellas that now work at MCAT. This picture of them was 6 or 7 years old.
So their meteoric career started.
That's right.
At summer camp.
They are both sons of MCAT. We need more daughters of MCAT. So
yes, please.
if people are watching and they have a daughter who's interested in some issues of computer, technology,
break some
and
glass
so on.
ceilings.
Right. And then in particular, one of the camps we're offering,
Oh,
we decided this might be of greater appeal to girls to do because it's called MCAT's Time Traveler Camp, and it involves elements of costume and dress and setting. Now, I don't know if this is stereotypical.
The humanities, Joel.
Yeah, okay, that.
Yes.
That as well.
It's history. It sounds so fun to me.
Right.
I would go if I could.
Yeah. The camp is being held along with the Historical Museum of Fort Missoula. So they're providing some of the background, and they're providing the settings, and they do have some costumes. We have some costumes.
And the kids can make movies about time travel.
Yeah. They can make movies, too, about historical figures in Montana's history.
Right.
So everyone wants to be Jeanette Rankin? I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe. I think that's all I have. Have you Humanities Montana news?
You know, in 2 weeks' time, I am going to have a brand new Humanities Montana program to announce, which I think is very exciting for groups of friends who want to do something different besides the usual dinner party, cocktail party get-together, or something to do while they have a fun friends dinner party.
Interesting.
But I'm just going to tease with that now. It's called Gather Round.
Sounds good.
If you can't stand the suspense, you can go to our website and look up Gather Round under programs, and you'll get more details. But I'll have more to say about it in 2 weeks.
All right, that's a deal. And in 2 weeks' time, just to warn the dear viewers too, MCAT will be 29 years old. The anniversary of our first cable cast was Earth Day. So 2 weeks' time, it's Earth Day, people. Plan accordingly.
Yes.
And then what I've been doing to plan is getting some file footage of things over the years.
And people should definitely bring us presents, right?
I would think so. Hopefully $5,000 or more.
That would be nice. Thank you.
Well, on to our guests who have
They've been sitting
been
here
waiting
so
so
patiently.
patiently through our spirited harangue. May I introduce Ann, Nancy, and Trish. Welcome, and thank you for being on the show again.
Thank you.
Our favorite book ladies.
Yeah. This book sale is coming up, and it is a benefit for AAUW PDK.
Yes.
And it's a tradition, isn't it?
It is a tradition for at least 50 years.
Right.
Wow.
Sold lots of books. None of us has been involved in it for quite that long.
Right.
Of course, that would be impossible.
Yeah, the children can't do that heavy lifting.
And we collect donations of books from all kinds of people and sources and arrange them and sell them and have a great time.
Yeah, and the benefit to AAUW-PDK is to provide scholarships.
Yes.
Yes, scholarships at U of M
Right.
and other education-based projects. So there's a long list of projects and things that we have put the funds into,
Yeah.
as well as the scholarships. So we're very proud of that, and that the fact that it's all philanthropic.
And this is your
Yes.
main fundraiser of the year, is that correct?
Yes.
Your biggest one, at
Yes.
any rate.
Yes.
So it's a really important event. Can you give us some of the details, the who, what, when, where?
It begins, the sale begins on Thursday, April 25th. It's from 10 to 7. Then Friday and Saturday, it is from 10 to 5. And Sunday, the 28th, is our bag sale day.
Yeah, the bag
From
sale.
10 until 2. And we are accepting donations at Orchard Homes on Monday and Tuesday from 10 to 7.
The week of the
The week
sale.
of the sale.
So we
Yes.
know that Monday is April 20th, because that's Earth Day, and when, is that right, or is it
No,
22nd?
Saturday.
22nd, that's
Yes.
Earth Day
Yeah.
and
Yes.
MCAT's birthday. So on the 22nd, 23rd, between what hours could they drop books off?
10 and 7. 10
Oh,
forward.
wow, 9 hours out there. That's brave. And so people know,
They're working hard, though. I've seen them.
Yeah.
They're just lining all those tables with books.
yeah, it's a lot of work. And it's at Orchard Homes Country Life Club, and that's located 2537 South 3rd Street West.
Yes.
Just on the other side of Reserve.
Right, but I mean, in a way, good luck to you, because it's back there, isn't it, somewhat?
No.
It's right on the street.
Oh, I must be
It's
thinking of my
right on.
friend's house. Her house is, there's like a little alleyway, Janice.
There's a perfect parking lot
Yeah,
right
right
there.
there.
I mean, that
Yes.
place is, I'm dropping the mic.
Oh,
That place is an institution in and of
It is.
itself.
It
has a
really
huge
is.
Been there
history.
over 100 years now.
Wow.
oh, I bet.
Wow.
That's wonderful. It has a stage and a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
There's a little side room. I thought they used to have like a kid cry room, but I may be mixing it
like
up with
in
a church.
churches, Yeah.
Oh.
Now, you mentioned before the show that what kind of books are you looking for people to donate?
Yeah.
And are there some things that you can't accept?
Well, the one thing we can't take would be textbooks.
Right.
Because nobody wants them.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
I mean, and I know we all have old textbooks, but we can't
Sure.
use them. And the other thing is encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them. And the Reader's Digest books.
The condensed versions and
Yeah.
things like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, they're not. So the real test is, you know, if this book were in sale, would I or somebody else be interested in it?
Right.
Mhm.
That's a good
So,
test, and of course you'd like them to be
And I have some
clean.
great books.
Oh, yeah,
here
let's
today.
take a
Now,
look at
this
some.
This one. This is the life-changing magic of tidying up.
I've been afraid to read
By
this one.
Marie Kondo. Everybody should read this.
It's very entertaining.
Marie's recommendations are incredibly good.
This is the if it doesn't give you
If
joy.
it doesn't give you joy. But I like the fact that this book, and I know we will have multiple copies there, so this can be rewarding for you to read. But it suggests that in the case of books, clear your shelves, donate them. So I am saying, you know, this is maybe a prompt
Right.
to donate. to
Buy it this
donate.
year and return it next
Yes.
year.
And use its inspiration, you mean, to consult your library and say, you know, I've read this, I'm not going to read it again. Why don't I do some good with it?
Yes. And the only other type of book that we really don't want would be books that have been sitting in the old outbuilding for a long time, and now they're dusty and moldy, they're water damaged, there
Nice.
are,
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
The book should be clean,
They
Yes.
have to be.
presentable.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
You can be
That's
out
it.
there like drying books and washing every one of them. Enough just to get them on display. What else do you have examples of?
Well, this was this
Oh, yeah,
actually,
Beth Judy's
yes,
book.
this
Yeah.
actually was a Christmas present to me,
Yeah.
and it's really wonderfully done. And Montana history is really one of the drawing points of our sale. That we have 2 tables that have Montana history on them.
We always have a big section
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
of
so
this-
Montana type books,
Yeah.
and it's a draw.
Yeah, that's one of the more
I mean,
popular tables.
I
Usually there's
love
a
that
ton of
table.
people around there.
Everybody
And that
loves
book, in fact, was a Montana Center for the Book Big Read
Yes.
National
Yes,
Award winner.
that's
so,
right, that's
yeah.
right. And then, of course, we must have
Biscuit Bliss.
cookbooks.
Cookbooks.
Yes.
Cookbooks, and we have gotten people's whole collections of cookbooks that have all of the little notes written, and they're very
Yeah.
sweet, and we'll look at these and say, I remember my mom having that book.
Right, right.
And they're the kind of books people would like to have
Yeah.
in their
I
home.
picked up a lot of cookbooks
Yeah.
at your sale.
Mhm.
Yes. What do you have down there?
Well, these are what they call trade books.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what a lot of people read, of course, the novels type. And Missoula is a community of readers. It's just amazing.
Very true.
And when you come to the sale and you start visiting with people and what they're looking for and what they've read, it's just a wonderful exchange. And it's an opportunity to pick up a book that maybe you wouldn't pay $15 for, but we only charge $1.50 an inch.
I know, that's my favorite part is the
Yeah,
ruler
we
part.
stack-
Yeah, so you
Stack
stack
them
them.
up.
This
Yeah.
way and measure the height.
Yeah?
And then multiply it by
And that might be
150.
$4.50.
Something
Those
like
3 books.
this would probably be about, what do you think?
That's 6 inches. That's
6
$9.
inches, $9 bucks.
Nine.
$9 for like 5 or 6 books.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Can't beat it.
amazing. I brought a kid's book.
Yeah,
because
there's
we
a
always
great
have
kid
a big,
selection.
section for the kids.
Mhm.
And this one of my favorites, Goodnight Gorilla. And I noticed this one's actually autographed, and we do have quite a
Wonderful.
few
Yes,
that are
Yeah.
we do,
autographed.
yes.
And I brought in James Lee Burke because
Oh,
he's
he's local, yeah.
and
Right.
we have a lot
Hugely popular.
of
What
local
a
and
handsome
Montana
volume
authors.
too.
Oh,
Hardcover,
I
beautiful
love the
cover.
cover of it. So-
There are tons of hardcovers at the sale. I'm always amazed at the
Yeah.
good quality
Yeah.
of a lot of
This
the
type
books.
though, this,
Trade paperback.
yeah, the size, it's a little
Mhm.
larger than the
Mass
really
market.
small
Mhm.
paperback. And I would say this is the size and type that we sell the most of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And very, very popular. Good
I think
titles.
about that size, when I'm traveling.
Yes.
So I say, if I took a hardcover book, I'd think, I can't hold this up in my plane seat for 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Right.
But a trade book, there's something about the feel of it. or-
Mhm. You can bend it back.
Yeah, yeah.
and-
Yeah.
And I like the examples you brought because they show, to a degree, if you have a cookbook, people say, oh, I can just get it online. Well, so many people have ruined their laptops and iPads trying to follow the recipe over the stovetop. Is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things
And
survive
you can't
such
make
things.
notes on your
Right.
iPad.
And also
and-
children's
yeah.
books, kids like to hear the
Yeah.
same thing over
They
and
do,
over again.
they do.
So once again, there's something very cold about that technology, but that maybe that just is me, but I'm not a Kindler.
Books aren't going anywhere.
No.
And then there's another type of book that we have, because sometimes the donations are vintage books or what you'd call a valuable antique
Right.
book. And we check on those kind of books. We do have one lady who evaluates.
You have
Oh,
Andrea,
good.
right?
And
Yeah.
she will establish the price.
Right.
And so we do have some expensive books.
Yeah.
But we have a certain shopper that's interested in those.
Well,
Sure.
And
so
is
perfect.
delighted to find what we have set up.
It's still probably a bargain for
Oh,
them.
it's a bargain.
Yeah.
It is not anywhere near what you would
Right.
pay, say, on
Yeah,
the internet
bookseller
for
or-
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
volume.
Oh, I know we better go.
We better move on, but let's get
Let us
data
reiterate.
again, yes.
Monday 4/22, Tuesday 4/23 only, and that's underlined in bold. So no showing up Wednesday, and don't show up the day of the sale. Oh, we want to go out to the
No,
car.
and that's to donate, those to
10
Monday
a.m.
and
to
Tuesday.
7 p.m.
Right.
And then the sale begins Thursday, April 25th, and that's 10 a.m. to 7. And then it's 10 a.m. to 5, Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday, the bag sale, 10 a.m. to 2.
And as an explanation of what the bag sale is for the viewers who have not been to our sale.
Right.
Shame on
All
you.
the books you can get into a grocery bag, or even if you bring your own bag from home.
Actually,
Right.
we encourage bring your
Yes.
own bag.
Bring your own
Yeah,
bag,
Strong-
fill it up.
A
Yes.
strong
Yes.
shopping bag.
Yeah.
Something canvassy. not-
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's 10.
and for
It's 10?
$10, yes.
Yeah,
my-
$10.
Wow,
for the
that's
Yes.
huge.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
good
so
luck.
nice
Thank
to
you.
see you
Thank
again.
you.
Oh,
We look
this
forward
is
to having you
Another
there.
year.
I will be there. You know, I will show up on Monday. My rule is I have to donate more than I bring home on Thursday.
Yeah, there you go. And I too will be doing a little exchange. And have you seen any books that are in French and English? You know, like the
He's
poetry,
looking.
poetry on one side,
Yep.
French on,
We
you know,
will have
the
those.
English.
I know.
We don't get any special
Under the
treatment.
table.
Just get there early.
Right. Well,
right,
we
thanks,
better
you
go. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. People are here from Water Education Network, and they are our next guests. And Scott's going to show you this PSA.
Hi, I'm Acting Secretary of the Army Patrick Murphy.
And I'm Nadia West, Surgeon General.
As we celebrate Women's History Month, we honor all women for their military and civil service.
Women continue to play a major role in shaping America's history, exemplifying our highest values as soldiers, DA civilians, and family members.
You know, women have proudly served the Army and our nation with distinction since our earliest days. We're currently in the longest wars in American history in Iraq and Afghanistan, where more than 1,000 women have been killed or injured in combat.
But we have made historic strides in 2015 with our first female Ranger School graduates.
And we can't forget you, General West, the Army Surgeon General, who's also the highest-ranking female West Point graduate ever.
Thank you, sir. And each of us succeeded, showing that women from all backgrounds and ranks are essential for a strong Army.
You know, they're role models for future generations like my own daughter and son. Thank you for your selfless service and support for our nation.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
This is Bill. He just received his new Medicare card and is following some simple rules to protect himself from fraud. He knows to never give out his Medicare, Social Security, or bank number over the phone. And this is Nancy. She knows that to detect any problems, she always reads her Medicare Summary Notice or Medicare Advantage EOB to make sure the billing is correct. Both Bill and Nancy know that anything suspicious can be reported to Montana SMP at 1-800-551-3191.
Lee
Oh, we're
tried
back.
to get me to do
I
that.
can't say it. You know, we
I
sound
know.
like a commercial.
No, we can't.
So, dear viewers, I'd forgotten initially to let you know if you're interested in this novel by Ursula K. Le Guin called Earthsea, A Wizard of Earthsea. We have a bunch of copies from The Big Read. And if you'd like to get one, just stop by here at MCAT when we're open. Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're at 500 North Higgins. That's the northeast corner of Spruce and Higgins. I'll give you a copy of this book.
Yeah. And whatever we don't give away, we're going to give to the nice ladies who just left.
That's right. Well, now our new guests are here from the Watershed Education
Yeah.
Network. Here's Katrina and Asa. Thanks so much for coming back.
Thanks for having us.
I hope you got some volunteers
Yes.
since we last visited.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And what is the news now? I understood that you still have training available for people that would like to be volunteer stream monitors.
Absolutely, and Ace is going to speak on that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this coming Saturday.
Oh, so wait
Wow.
1 minute. I forgot to move the mic. Apologize. I don't know if Scott's freaking out.
It's like
But there's a hidden mic in
DIY
the
television
banner.
around here.
No problem.
Well, it's informal television. That's why we like it.
Yes,
it's
that's
not
true.
like
Otherwise,
it's
I
a
wouldn't
big
be on it.
theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this Saturday,
Yes, this
Yes.
Saturday,
April
13th.
13th.
Yep, so from 10 to 11 at our office at 802 East Front Street. We're going to do another kind of short orientation on Stream Team, which I'm the Stream Team coordinator, and so we're going to talk about what Stream Team is, kind of what we have in store for this summer, what we're going to be monitoring, who we're going to be monitoring for, and kind of whatever it takes to be on Stream Team.
Cool.
And then at 11 o'clock, from 10 to 11, that's the orientation. At 11 o'clock, we're going to head to Greeno Park, and we're going to have waiters for everybody, and we're going to get out on the stream and learn how to collect macroinvertebrates, which are the aquatic insects.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we're going to have a couple trainers out there with us, and hopefully the weather's going to be good.
It'll warm up one of these days.
I hope it's not raining like today. So yeah, we'll get out on the stream and learn how to collect bugs and have a great time.
What a great
Excellent.
experience.
Yeah.
And people should pre-register so you know who's going to show up.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if they could shoot me an email, my email is asa@Montana Watershed, and it's AISSA @montanawatershed.org. You can also go to the website, which is montanawatershed.org.
Scott was just showing
Yeah,
it.
we've
He's
got it
showing
out.
it now.
Yeah. There you go.
Folks can get on the website and find our email, or go to the programs on the website, and you can find Stream Team, and my contact information is on there. So an RSVP would be great, and if people need waiters, to shoot me
Yeah.
a shoe size as well.
Oh,
Are they
car-
that specific, or are you small, medium, and large?
They're pretty specific.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
shoe size, and kind of first comes, first serve for the waiters as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And one of the things the stream monitors may get involved in, right, is the Rattlesnake Creek because of the dam.
Yeah,
Removal
so that's the
plans.
main focus of our stream team this year. Is we're partnering up with Trout Unlimited and Fish, Wildlife and Parks, who are taking out the dam, and so they're using us and our citizen science group, which is the stream team, to go out and collect that baseline data for them, and the data during the dam removal and after. So we're going to provide that data to them, and it's going to be data we're collecting upstream of the dam, so north of the dam, and then downstream of the dam.
Hugely important stuff.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
who wouldn't want to be a citizen scientist?
Yeah.
It does seem really,
It sounds
really
pretty cool.
fun.
It's fun,
And then
yeah.
we learn stuff too.
Exactly.
That they
Yeah.
hadn't known before.
No experience needed, just a good
Don't
attitude
mind
and
getting
ready
wet.
to get out in the stream. Yep.
Okay. And Katrina, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is the other volunteer training we have coming up.
Okay.
So if you love kids and you want to
That's right.
participate with our school stream monitoring programs, on Wednesday, April 17th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at Wen's office, Deb Fosnot, our executive director, will be leading a school stream monitoring volunteer training.
Okay.
So you'll learn what our protocol is for working with kids out by the water. It's pretty exciting.
Is there an age range? Like can teenagers come and try to be leaders in this, or do you have to be over 18? Because I was just thinking a lot of kids want to get counseling jobs, and they're like,
Right.
well, have you ever worked at a summer camp before? And they'll be like, next. But if you know, I don't know, 16, 17-year-olds, and some kids are 18 and in high school or college fresh persons.
You know, rule of thumb that we've been having is 13 and up, you can come to the training.
Oh, really?
And then,
Great.
different opportunities mean different age ranges. So
Sure.
We know that here, and we have our own battles, believe me, with summer camp. Like, well, they're really smart, or they're big for their age, or all that stuff.
Sure.
So,
And so once you're trained as a youth kind of leader, volunteer, then are there opportunities to work with kids in the summer, or is it during the school year?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
So last time I was here, we talked about Fish Week.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a big one, May 20th through the 24th, I believe. But also we have 2 summer camps this year. We're partnering with the Missoula International School to bring them to kids ages 7 to 12. So if you know of any kids.
Yeah.
7 to 12.
Another summer camp.
So we have a camp in July and in August.
Fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. And registration, is it up yet on your website?
It's actually on the MIS website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Missoula International School.
Yeah.
Go there if people are interested in signing their kids up. And plenty of sunscreen, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of outdoor play. I mean, most of it is outside.
Yeah, but so good for kids.
Oh, I think so too.
Absolutely.
I mean, when we have our camps, you know, I'd mentioned that we started registration on our website. They like, you know, it's just so fickle. Kids are like cats, and so are adults. Like you're inside for a while, but then you want to go out, and you're like, oh, it's really hot. I want to go in.
Cool down,
Yeah,
hydrate.
but you guys
Absolutely.
have water.
You have water, and
that's
that makes all the
It
difference.
does.
Yeah.
It
It makes
does.
all the
Kids
difference.
splashing around in water. Yep.
Totally.
So now, what are the dates of the 2 trainings again, so people don't lose track?
So the stream team training is April 13th.
Right.
From 10 to 11 is the orientation, and then 11 to 2 is the bug training outside at Greeno Park. And we'll meet
Yeah.
at our office and walk to Greeno Park.
Gotcha.
Very nice. And the youth training?
Wednesday, April 17th from
Coming up
4
too.
to 7 p.m. at Wen's office.
Yeah. And that is right by the Pizza Hut. You know how I love it. I want people to know. It's a Pizza Hut, East Broadway, East Front Street. I think the street address is
Is it that little
825.
house?
802.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
802
porch?
East Front.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the old Chuck Jungle Bear
Right.
House.
Right, right.
You know, it's so wonderful that you
Can't
guys
miss it.
exceeded that for this noble outdoor cause.
I would have said
Yeah,
it
we
was
like
right
it.
next to Hellgate Conoco, because that's where.
Oh yeah.
Car-
It is too. It is too.
Big sky
And then
bikes,
those crazy
Albertsons.
little apartments.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are so wild and wonderful.
I-
Oh shoot, we better go. Gosh,
Yes,
where
well,
does the time
good luck
go?
with the training, and come back and talk about summer camp if you want.
Please,
That'd be
yeah.
great. Absolutely.
And maybe we could do some video too, because I
that
know
would be cool.
we've shot a lot of video for them for media assistance
Right.
grants that need editing and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
Love
But
that.
anyway.
Okay,
yeah,
keep
I
us in mind.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck, guys.
Yeah, and then next, Scott's going to show you some PSAs, and then we'll have Scott, the other Scott Jacobson, out for the Big Brothers and Big Sisters right
Oh,
after
good.
this.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Saturday Drop-Ins return for their 3rd year of stop animation and media fun. Every Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m., your kid can work with Legos, play, and more to make their characters come to life. Animation isn't the only reason to stop in.
Hi!
Your kids can experience media through editing, voiceover, and short films. Games and activities to keep your kids busy all Saturday afternoon, starting September.
You like it?
Oh, we're back. And we were going to talk about my hair for a while, but apparently it is out of
interrupting our
time.
gossip time. Is what's happening.
That's really, that should never happen, right?
Well, let me introduce Scott Johnson. He's so kind to come over and welcome Scott. He's going to represent the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Missoula. And if people have been watching the news, they know that Big Brothers Big Sisters have had a hard time with funding being cut from state and federal levels. They're facing a deficit. And I'm sure you're as perky as I am because MCAT may be facing a deficit. And so what can we do but move forward? That's all we can do. So
that's right.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the steps Big Brothers and Big Sisters are taking in Missoula?
Sure. I guess I should start with where we came from and where we're planning to head.
Yeah.
Organization's been around for 49 years. We're in our 50th year, planning a nice big 50th celebration next spring. And obviously, we've very been in the community a long time.
Yeah.
And we feel like we provide a great service to at-risk youth here in Missoula.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, just like your program, we're a nonprofit, and for most of those 49 years, we relied and were fortunate enough to get grant institutional funding for the bulk of our annual budget. And in recent years, that's changed. We've lost some of the sources of this funding.
Yeah.
4 years ago, we lost our state funding, so that finished about 2 years ago. And then in the last year and a half, we've also lost a very major federal grant that we relied on.
Wow.
Which basically took about a third of our annual budget out of away from us.
Yeah.
Right.
We also stopped receiving money from United Way in about 2013.
Oh.
So just kind of a perfect storm, or
Right.
the opposite of a perfect storm.
Right.
And while we saw this coming with the state money going away, and we were trying to plan for that, it all hit so quickly. For a couple years, we've been able to rely on reserve funding, reserve money that we had set aside.
Sure.
And just in the last 6 months, that reserve money's been virtually used up. And it became apparent that we had to change our funding model in the last 6 months and go from a situation where maybe 30 to 40% of our funding came from private donations to just about a flip-flop of that, where we're hoping we're going to have to rely on 60% or more from private donations.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
It's a
sources.
big switch.
It is. And so trying to figure out how to create this new model moving forward has kind of caught us in a time crunch. And so we've made an appeal to the Missoula community to help us out and hopefully get enough donations to bridge the gap from the old model to the new model.
Yeah. I feel your pain because this may be the situation for MCAT, and we thought, well, I guess we should fundraise, but when you've not fundraised for 29 years, you can't expect an
It's very
enormous-
difficult to switch that model.
Yeah.
But I think one of the important things is to share with us a little bit the kinds of work you do with kids. Because I have some good friends who have been very fortunate to have big brothers and sisters around, and they know how necessary you guys are.
Sure, and I think at least my feeling is that most people, when you mention Big Brothers Big Sisters, they have a basic idea of what we do. But I think that a lot of people think it's just a way to assign a little brother and a big brother, a little sister and a big sister, and get together once a week.
Right. If you're a single parent,
Right.
you need a
And it goes much further than that. I used the term earlier, at-risk children, and typically it's children of a single-parent household, no mother, no father, or maybe a child of an incarcerated parent. The term at-risk goes into so many areas.
Unfortunately, yes.
And,
there are a lot of circumstances.
What we do is create a mentoring relationship. We go through extensive background with our volunteers, and it's a full process to line a volunteer up big with a little. We also have big couples that work with a little brother or a little sister. And We also offer an after-school program at 3 of the schools in Missoula as kind of a once-a-week venue during the school year for them to match up in a mentoring one-on-one situation, but at a controlled activity. Maybe for people who haven't been matched yet with a little or a big, or maybe for people who can't commit to the full time of being a big.
So you could kind of get your feet wet a little bit and see how it feels as a volunteer or as a child, right? And
the other thing that after school is that it allows a lot of our kids that are on our waiting list to participate in that and before they get matched. We also found in the last several years that we're getting more and more at-risk youth that are living with their grandparents.
Right.
So they have neither a mother or a father in the picture. And this mentoring, statistics show that the type of mentoring that we do helps create a more stronger sense of family for the littles, hopefully gives them a role model, and it increases their likelihood of graduating high school, going on to college, staying out of the system, and becoming productive members in the community,
Right.
which is ultimately what you hope for, giving that child a little bit of a better chance.
right. And so it's a benefit to all of us in the end.
Exactly.
It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know if, Scott, you put up the website. Well, yeah, he said yes.
Yeah.
And I went to it and I saw the big donate button.
Right.
And you had the language something like defend Big Brothers and Big Sisters. I thought that is really good.
And that's a relatively new logo and motto that has come from the Big Brothers and Sisters of America on down to all of the local agencies, and defenders of potential.
That's a great slogan.
And they feel like
Yeah.
that kind of encompasses what our mission
Right.
is to help protect the potential that all of these kids have.
Yeah.
So the way Missoulians can help right now is to go to the website.
And make a donation.
Number one.
You know, yeah, to go to the website, and I want to preface this by saying we've had fundraisers through the years, and we have an amazingly generous community here.
Yes.
And we have people who have supported us through the years, and we're just hoping we can get a little additional support and maybe extend our network of supporters a little bit further and accomplish this short-term bridge from our past model to our future model.
Right.
And the website, you said it's being posted or it's being shown. Our website, or people can call our program office or stop by. And if they have questions, do any of those too.
Are you still in the log cabin-like building on the
We are.
corner of
Yeah.
Mount and Russell?
Mount
Yes.
Russell, correct.
Hard to
In the
miss.
northeast corner.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
good.
and when people are on the website or they're talking to you on the phone, after they've donated, they also might be moved to volunteer and you have a whole training
Correct.
program and opportunities.
Right, we have
in that
multiple
case.
ways to volunteer.
Great.
As bigs, as board members, or other aspects of the organization. And we, the mayor proclaimed this
yeah, last
Help
Monday.
Big Brother and Sister
Yeah.
Month in Missoula. We're thankful for that, and we hope that people will help us be around for another 50 and then beyond.
We know you're going to do it. So
Yeah.
get online and help, or get on the phone. And we
Yes.
better run.
Yeah, oh, we better go.
Yes.
Well, Scott, thank you so much, and feel free to come back with a progress.
Yeah, give us an
All right.
update,
Report.
okay?
Thank you, and I'd love to have Big and a Little come back.
Yeah,
and-
I think that's
Oh,
a great
yeah.
idea.
I love the whole big little thing.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Good luck, Scott.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back. We have 2 more guests in 20 more minutes, so
Very
we'll see you really
brief
soon.
PSA.
And don't lie. I got a crick in my neck, limp in my step, cramping in my muscles every time I try to flex. But I don't wanna get up. It's when I'm sad and all that I could do was remember you. You don't know why I usually stay home, but if you throw me love, I'll throw you some more. Let me show cruelty, though I may make mistakes. Don't let me show ugliness, though I know I can hate. And don't let me show evil, though it might be all I take. Show me love, show me love, show me love. I see you see me. Heavy hands hanging low, release me. Don't let the feeling that I'm all alone deceive me. Just let me in and show me love.
Our love gets better every day.
Our friendship has no religion.
Love is about who you are and not what you are.
I don't see a wheelchair. I see the love of my life.
Our love is greater than anyone's hate.
And we are back. We are here with Claire and Sylvie. They're representing Empower Montana with these really groovy t-shirts.
I love the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
So is this like an echo of the rainbow crosswalk put in to the corner of Patty and Pine?
It is, yes.
I'm glad you don't have all the like tire skid marks on your versions.
No, we made this actually last year for our annual Diversity Day event because we knew that we were going to be getting a crosswalk and we wanted to kind of put a little teaser out.
Yeah.
And so
wow.
now it's one of our kind of favorite logos. So we have t-shirts.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you have Empower Montana
Way.
over there.
Yeah, and then we've had this diverse city theme in
Yeah,
our,
for a
for a
while.
long time in our posters now.
Well, this
Yeah.
occasions your visit, right? This is, I can't remember what year of Diversity
10th.
Day.
Wow.
10th year,
Yep.
April 13th.
Mhm.
And so what's going to happen this year?
Yeah, well, this year we're going to be at the Missoula Art Museum again.
Oh, the
We're
swanky.
excited. Yeah, and we are going to be honoring 7 different youth leaders or leadership groups who've been creating positive change in Montana in their communities, and we're honoring them with an award, and we're really excited to be presenting that, our Youth Lead Now Awards. Actually, Sylvie here is one of the recipients.
Oh my gosh,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we're also going to be showcasing our art project that our youth leaders have been working on. It's surrounding the theme Let Me Be. And it's an art installation.
At the
And
Art Museum.
At the Art Museum, we're going to be starting out in the art park at 5:30
PM.
p.m.
I hope.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And people will have the chance to add their own part of the project, actually. Everyone has a square, an 8x8 canvas that they can answer the question, fill in the prompt of let me be, and
Oh,
you
so
can
it's
add to it.
Let me be
Yeah,
blank.
so some
Yeah.
people have...
Maybe who you want to
Right.
be, like, and I guess show what your identity is in your own way, even if there are people telling you that this isn't okay.
Right, so let me be fabulous, or let me be...
Yeah, we've had like let me be imaginative, or
Yay.
let me be angry, or yeah, we have a lot of cool ones.
So everyone who shows up can contribute if they want to the
Yeah.
installation. That's a cool new aspect.
That is really cool.
Yeah, we're excited. Yeah.
And then you move indoors at some point.
Yep, we'll move indoors at 6,
Okay.
and we'll do an official welcome.
We'll read our Diversity Day proclamation that we read every year. That's the official proclamation of creating Diversity Day 10 years ago. And then we will talk a little bit about the art project and have an opportunity to hear from some of the young leaders on sort of why it mattered to them. And then we'll be presenting our awards.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the contributions that award winners have made? Like, for instance, you, Zoe.
So, we've done a lot of work in, so we had this, I forgot the theme of it, but the art and essay project, we had what was the theme of that again?
The MLK Day art.
Oh, the annual MLK essay contest thing.
And we've helped Empower Montana make decisions through youth perspective, because not only adults' perspectives important, you have to have the youth's voice too, because you might be dealing with youth and you have to have like their thoughts and stuff in it. And so I guess we've contributed our thoughts and ideas and voice and words and thoughts about all of this, like LGBTQ rights and racism and things like that.
Very timely, I would say.
Yeah.
Is there a cost if people say, wait a minute, I want to, go to this event? Do I have to have a lot of money?
It is entirely free.
Whoa.
Free and open to anyone, all ages. The venue is accessible.
Yes, it is.
Yep. And yeah, the only thing that costs money is if you would like to buy one of these awesome t-shirts.
How much are those awesome t-shirts?
I don't want to say because I don't want to get it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
but I believe it's around 20 or 25.
Yeah, it's a very good cause. It's
Yeah.
partly a donation, and look at all the colors.
Yes, and everyone who buys one, you kind of buy one, and in turn, you're donating one to one of our youth leaders.
Oh,
So
nice.
they
That's
have one
awesome.
for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're helping Empower Montana, you're helping a next generation of diversity leaders, and mostly people should just come for what is going to be a great celebration. Now, what's the date again?
It's Saturday, April 13th.
So this coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
Yeah.
5:30 p.m. out at the art park, right?
Absolutely free. Corner of
Absolutely
Petty and
free.
Park.
Get a cool T-shirt.
Yeah.
If you feel like dropping some bucks, not many.
Yeah. And
This is great.
We're honoring some really cool youth leaders. The Warrior Movement will be there from our
wow,
youth.
yeah.
A couple of young women from Thompson Falls who protested sexism at their school with a big walkout.
Oh, I heard about that.
They'll be there. Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
really awesome people doing awesome work.
Wow. Thanks as always for the work you guys are doing.
Yeah,
it's
thank
really
Yeah, congratulations on your awards.
Well, we have one more guest coming
Yeah,
on.
we better get Hatton out here because she wants to talk about boundary attendance issues for Missoula
Update.
County Public School. It's an
Update.
update. They've been doing these meetings, open houses, and so on for a long time, and they're coming to narrow the plan. So we'll have Hatton with us right after this.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
Ranchers are the stewards of Montana's great grasslands and wetlands. Ducks Unlimited works with ranchers on conservation programs to improve cattle production and wildlife habitat. Montana is the nation's third largest waterfowl producer. Ducks Unlimited promotes working lands programs that help keep ranchers on the land while improving habitat for wildlife and Montana's outdoors people. To learn more about conservation and Ducks Unlimited, visit www.ducks.org/Montana.
Oh, we're back with Hatton Littman. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the attendance boundary is moving forward. You had a lot of open houses, and
How's
what's
it going?
on? Yeah.
Well, it's going well. We're getting a lot of community input and involvement, which is good. That's what we wanted.
Right.
As things like this go, you get a lot of involvement when people feel like they see their home or their block or
Right.
their neighborhood in an area that might be suggested for some change. So we've gotten a lot of feedback from folks who feel like, yes, we've made some good decisions, or no, that isn't very well thought through. So this open house that we host on Wednesday night this week is our last open house. And the idea is that we're putting forward a consolidated set of draft recommendations. Nothing is final at this point. And we want more public involvement and input on what this set of consolidated draft options looks like.
I have to say, the transparency and the number of meetings and...
You've had a lot of meetings.
You guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
I think.
I think the good news is people, even if they are concerned or frustrated or just downright upset that their home might be in an area that will change for the school attendance boundary, they do say, you guys are doing a good job, you're keeping me informed, it's
Yeah.
very transparent. And really, it's been a data-driven decision as well as some, community values.
Right.
Missoulians value neighborhood schools. They value
Sure.
their students being able to walk and bike to school. And so we're trying to maintain that as much as possible while also balancing out all of those students across all 9 of our
Right.
elementary schools.
Well, that's the crux of it, isn't it, right? You don't want a whole bunch of kids going to one school because that's going to affect the student-teacher ratio and put a strain on that facility.
That's right.
So when you have high-density population areas, maybe you have
And one
to
of the
shift.
things that happens is that population demographics change over time, and school buildings are built in one place.
That's right. Our
Shocking,
schools really
true.
can't just up and move.
Right.
But you're right. Trends of where people want to live in Missoula and where they're seeking to live in Missoula have changed, and the city and the county growth policies have changed. So the option that we're putting forward, which you can see on our website, on Wednesday night, the map will be live, and we'll also be presenting it at Russell Elementary at an open house. It has change areas for 5 out of our 9 elementary schools. So that means more than half of our elementary schools will experience some slight adjustment, or in some cases a larger adjustment to their boundaries. And again, it's a draft, so we want people to comment on it. On Wednesday, they'll be able to go to our website and comment on our really cool social pinpointing map
Oh,
that allows
wow.
you to comment
Scott
from
is
home.
showing a map. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
So that map
You
looks like
recognize
our
it, thank
current
goodness.
elementary school boundaries.
Okay.
And Scott may or may not be able to find the map that was presented last week to the advisory committee, but that map has a few tweaks that will happen, and then we'll publish it again on Wednesday on
Wow.
our website when the open house happens.
Wow.
And is the open house at Russell?
That's right. So
Okay.
we chose Russell because it's a really central elementary school, so everybody can drive in from about the same distance, and they have great parking. So
Yeah.
throughout the winter...
Oh, that's the one by the Y.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
right
On
next to
Russell.
the YMCA.
Yeah.
It's on Russell Street. Throughout the winter, when we were worried about being able to park on the streets, there was no way we could host it anywhere else. But we decided to stay at Russell because people were just used to finding
Yeah, coming
meetings
there.
at that location. So we really encourage people to show up on Wednesday night or go to our website on Wednesday to leave a comment, or Thursday or Friday. The comment period will be open for quite a while. And then the next step is the advisory committee meets on May the 2nd. And they will take all of that public comment and their own reflections and make sure we're adhering to our guiding principles, and they will finalize their recommendation. And then on May 14th, it will go to the Board of Trustees, and really the trustees sit with it for another month to make sure we really are hearing from everybody, thinking about it. The trustees want to give it considered thought, and then they'll take action.
Yeah. When was the last time the boundary attendance was attended to?
So 2008.
Wow, yeah, so 11 years.
Excuse me, 2005. I apologize. It was 13
wow.
years ago.
13 years.
Well,
It's
a
been
lot has
Town, yeah,
changed.
town has changed a lot
A
in
lot
the
has
13
changed
years.
since then.
And people know that. It's really not just about the fact that we moved one elementary school from one area out to our farthest southwestern boundary. Town has changed all over the place. And population density has moved. And, you know, the real big why for us in MCPS, one of the real big whys is 10% of our current student body are not able to attend elementary school in their neighborhood school because those schools are full. And so we do what's called leveling, and we bus them to another school down the road.
Right.
And so when you get to 10% of your students not able to go to school right in their neighborhood, that's a problem.
Right.
You know, families move in, they can see the school across the street, and they want to be able to go to that school. So
Yeah.
we just had to look comprehensively at all
Right.
of those boundaries.
So the point is that there's already a busing issue going on. This is just how to deal with the change that's happened in our communities.
More intentionally,
More
right?
intentionally,
That's
yeah.
right. We have 650 more students than we did 9
Right.
years ago. We have students not able to attend their local school. And Missoulians were really generous, and we were able to renovate or
Yeah.
rebuild all of our elementaries. Our middles and highs are under construction right now. So when all that construction is done, our schools can more appropriately fit the same number of students, so we can redistribute
Right.
students around.
Right, and the point of the whole thing is to preserve the quality of education.
Right.
So that there are nice student-teacher ratios, so there's not enormous lines at the cafeteria, or that people are knocking one another over at the gym or in the bus.
They're
or
rushing
something.
to get into the libraries. That's where they're knocking each other
Interesting.
over.
That's
You know,
right.
those students are dying to get to library
I
time.
can't believe it, but it must be true.
If Hatton
Put the
says
ears
it's
on the
true,
ground.
it's
true.
definitely true.
Well, I guess we better go. He says there's 3 minutes. Is there anything you want to add?
Well, I would also say there are other exciting things happening in Missoula County Public Schools. We're hiring a new superintendent.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
So since we have 3 minutes, I'll say that the
Yeah.
board meets tomorrow night, and they will be looking at all of the applicant packets. And they'll do that privately in executive session, and then they'll announce which candidates they intend to interview.
Just in
So-
a very general sense, was there a good response to that?
I don't know. That's
don't
all
know?
been very
Wow.
private. We'll find out
Wow.
tomorrow.
Interesting.
Wow.
I hope there has been. You know, we
would
hired a
imagine.
national search consultant to help,
Yeah.
and I think in general people see MCPS as a great place to work. We have over 100 applicants for a lot of our principal positions.
So you can
So,
imagine
yeah.
what the turnout was
Yeah, for the
this.
super.
Yeah.
And it's going to be super transparent, right? MCAT is going to live stream the
yeah.
candidates when they come up. We've done
That's
this for
right.
university positions as well.
Right.
That's
too.
right. So if somebody's stuck at home but they really want to stay involved, MCAT will be streaming all the interviews. And if we do a first round and a second round, the board has to determine, you know, what they see in the candidates and if they need to have a semifinalist and a finalist round. But we'll have forums and all kinds of opportunities for people to meet the candidates.
And what is the timeline on that, Hatton?
So the board has expressed a goal of selecting a candidate by the end of April. So the first round of interviews would happen next week, and then the finalist interviews would happen the third week of April,
Wow.
and then they would meet again to make a selection.
That's
So it's-
ambitious.
It is, but I also think it's a good timeline because we want Missoula to have their choice selected before it's too late, and candidates might have selected jobs in other communities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, school timeline.
Because Mark Thane, current superintendent, right, he's going to retire at the end of the fiscal year, June 30th.
that's right. That's
So-
right.
Somebody's got to be at the helm.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, I think we're out of time.
Oh, Hatton, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for coming and sharing all that
Yes,
with us.
yes. It's great to have an update. I know everyone is super interested in this
Yeah,
whole
they are.
process.
Well, thank you for helping us spread the word.
Well, yeah.
And thank you, dear viewer, for watching this edition of Missoula Live. As always, if you know of a group and you'd like to see them on this program, give us a call at MCAT. The number is 542-6228. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird.
And I'm Kim Anderson.
We'll see you next time.